Alright guys, so this video is going to be involving the fight, the future of the fight videos. Starting section 15, and before anyone asks, yes, sections 12 through 14 are done. They're all complete, all the fight sections are rounded up, they're loaded up, so it's just a matter of time before I show those. But yes, section 15 will be the final fights. I'm not doing any more after section 15. Reason being is because I feel like I want to do other stuff. I really want to do more than the fights. I don't want to be just known as the fight guy, you know? Mount Vernon Kid said he's still going to be doing them long beyond I have. So if you have any more fight suggestions, go to him. But basically, the reason why I'm stopping is because I just want to stop, you know? I want to do other stuff outside the fight videos. And it's not because I'm not trying to be a jerk or anything. It's just, like I said, I just want to do other stuff outside the fight videos. And it's been fun. I just feel like, think of it kind of like a comic book writer ending his run. Think of it like that. Think of it something like along those lines. Think of it as the big finish, you know, the big end. I'm not ending videos in general, if that's what anyone thinks. I'm just ending the fights at section 15. And section 15, by the way, will be a big blowout. It will be, I don't know how many fights, but it's going to be more than just the usual 20 or so. It's going to be probably along the lines of what section 10 has been like with Mount Vernon Kid, who's been doing about a total of 52 fights for his section 10 list. But me, I'm probably going to go up to, like, hell, I might even go up to 60 fights for section 15. As the Joker once said in one episode of Batman the Animated Series, if you're going to go out, you're going to go out with a bang, right? Actually, no, I'll put it in a different term. By the Kurgan from Highlander. It's better to burn out than fade away. So I'm going to burn out on this section. On section 15, I'm just going to go all out for this one. Now, for those who are new subscribers and want to get fight suggestions, like I said, you'll have to wait for section 15. And like I said, section 15 is going to be a big section. But I've laid down some rules. I'm going to have to lay down some rules because there are some characters I don't want to use at all for the fights, because I feel like I don't really want to talk about it. I don't think some of them make much sense. And other times, some of the characters from said series are just way too powerful. So here's the characters I won't use, or from what shows. First off, I've quit using Dragon Ball Z characters. They're too overpowerful, and I'm so tired of the fan rage that goes on in the comment sections. I'm just tired of it, and I no longer want to do Dragon Ball Z characters in my fights. And of course, I don't want to do, if that being, you know, that also brings up never do Goku versus Superman. Now, other characters from other shows. I don't want to use any characters from MLP. No characters from MLP. I'll use them in Versus Match with a Twist. You can guarantee on that. I'll be using them in future Versus Match with a Twist. And for those who don't know what that is, that's basically a idea that was created by Ziploc Gory, where people vote on characters on what they're better at this certain element, like who's the best villain or who's the best alien race, that kind of stuff. So, no MLP characters. Also, this one is going to be kind of like a guideline, actually. No Disney characters in my fights. What I mean is none of the characters from the movies, like, of course, Beauty and the Beast and whatnot. But, however, I will accept characters from Gargoyles. I like using characters from Gargoyles, and I haven't really got a lot, actually. So it'd be nice to see. I've actually got one fight in one of the sections, I think it's section 14, with Vandal Savage versus Macbeth. So, Gargoyle characters are cool by me. Other shows, some of the villains from the Aladdin series, like Mirage and Mosenrath, those would be those are fine by me. That's kind of another exception. Another one's like from American Dragon. I've got no problem with that. The other characters from other shows, like Jackie Chan Adventures, some of the demons are cool. In fact, Section 11, I've got a fight with Shen Du in it. So the demons from Jackie Chan Adventures are cool by me. Let's see, what other characters I don't want to use. Anyone from, like I said, some of the other Disney shows, Disney characters, like, of course, Tailspin, I don't want to use them, because it's a little too ridiculous. Darkwing Duck, as much as I love as much as I love Darkwing Duck and DuckTales and all them, I gotta say, nah. Or Looney Tunes characters. I like unique fights, but that's a little too out of my repertoire, if you catch my drift. Of course, Marvel and DC characters from all shapes and sizes are welcome. Other characters from other comic book companies like Boom Studios, Image, IDW. I'll even accept Transformers. I'll even accept Transformer characters. I've used Optimus Prime, and Unicron is going to be in a fight soon in Section 11. So Transformer characters are okay by me. It's just, here's the thing with Transformer characters. The opponent has to be like a certain version. Like I did one fight with Optimus Prime versus Sentinels from the X-Men comics. So it has to be like something that would make sense or be like the proper height, not like like giant robot versus little person. So think about that. Video game characters, of course, like Final Fantasy is fine by me. Halo, even though I'm kind of half and half on Halo, because every time I use Master Chief, it's kind of dangerous territory. So, and also, I already did a fight between Master Chief and Captain America. I just took down the video because it was getting too hyped up. But Master Chief's fine, the Arbiter's fine. I'll even use entire alien races. I did that once. I did one with the Predators and the Skrulls. The other thing, I'll of course accept, like I said, comic books, IDW, Image, Top Cow, all those. Animes, some animes are fine by me. It's just that I'm still trying to get back into anime, so it has to be like an anime I've heard of. The only reason I went with Gatchaman and Golgo 13 in the previous two fights, because when I heard about them, I went back and watched them just to, refresh my memory, and even then I feel like I kind of messed up on a few things. Other thing, let's see, there was another thing. Of course, you can see right here Street Fighter and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that's cool by me. Those characters can be used, I've used them before. Sentry, I really don't want to use any fight with the Sentry. Any fight involving the gods, like Ares, or from the Marvel and DC universes. Again, it has to be... I don't want another god-on-god fight. I don't want those kind of fights. Because they're kind of generic. And that's the other thing. I don't want a generic fights. And I know I'm setting up a lot of rules, but some of these fights get a little too hectic for me. So I don't really want a lot of generic fights like Spider-Man versus Batman, because those have been done before. I don't want to copy off someone who's already said their piece about these fights. So Spider-Man versus Batman, I don't want that. However, you can change it up. If it's like Nightwing versus Scarlet Spider, I'm cool with that, as long as it's not Peter and Bruce fighting. Or other ones like Hulk versus Superman, that's been done. Anything that happened in the Marvel versus DC comics, like Aquaman and Namor, that happened. Flash and Quicksilver, that happened. But again, you can be very unique with these fights. I'm always looking for... And sometimes I'll look at characters who I don't have a lot of knowledge on. I'll go back and check them out, and I might get interested in the show. Who knows? But again, I'm sorry if I'm putting up a lot of rules. It's just that for this one, I'm going to put my foot down for this. So... and I'm not trying to sound like a jerk, guys. It's just I really don't want this to get out of hand, and this will be a big section. And my hopes is that I can get at least one fight from everyone. So if you see just one fight out of and also please if you can send like maybe a total of 4 fights in the comments below, that's fine. I'll just pick one. If you're wondering why didn't you pick this fight or that fight, I only wanted to pick one. I wanted to be fair to everybody for this, because like Spider-Man said in Family Guy, everybody gets one. So I'm hoping I can find some good fights in this. Again, not trying to sound like a jerk, I'm just trying to lay down the law here. So, anyway, that's pretty much it. Section 15 will be the final fights. Mount Vernon Kid will carry the torch from then on. And like I said, the reason why I want to end the fights is because I want to move on to do other stuff. No offense to anyone. It's not because, you know, I'm getting too many fights at once. It's just because I want to be like kind of like when Mark Hamill retired from doing the voice of the Joker and other great finishes. I think it's just my time to end, my time to retire from the fights and do other stuff. I will still be doing Legends of Evil, I'll still be doing Versus Match with a Twist, I'll still be doing Back to the 90s, but the fights from then on, after Section 15, done. Well, anyway, this has been a pretty big video, longer than I expected, so, again, yeah, please put your fights in the sections, and Section 15 will be out after Sections 12 through 14. No duh, I know. So it'll be a wait. And like I said, that'll give me time to gather up a lot of fights. And it won't be an all-request fight, by the way. You'll still see a lot of fights that I want to do. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm out.